I had 2 pounds of tomatoes, paste style tomatoes that I had to process. I had really nothing to do with them. I brainstorm. These are the tomatoes that are in my high tunnel, the Ropreco one from Jardin du Cumin. So I decided to do a minestrone soup. I also bought some vegetables that were on special, carrots, celery, those are from the store. I also had 2 onions from the store that needed to be passed. And I had frozen kale that I thawed for this recipe. And I had 4 liters of broth that I was going to divide into 2 soup recipes to pressure can. So I had all of that, and after looking through books and asking some canning friends inspiration, I am doing a minestrone soup, and the second soup will probably be a taco meat beef soup. So if you're lacking ideas and you have a little bit of produce, or you're seeing deals at the grocery store, this is how I come up with some of my recipes that I'll be pressure canning this year, or just simply canning. I want to talk to you about a challenge that I'm doing. It's called Every Bit Counts. It's from Three Rivers Homestead, and she started a couple of years back. It's mostly on Instagram, but I started doing it last year. And basically what it is you preserve something every day in the month of August. For myself, I'm concentrating a lot on canning because the season is weird this year. It's been cooler, and I've been canning a lot. Lots and lots and lots. Since I'm adding pressure canner to my list of things I can do now, I now can pressure can beans, soups. This is taco soup, and this is minestrone soup. I've also started canning meat. This is chipotle pork, banana peppers, anything that you can think of. Okay, if you don't like canning, well, there's dehydrating, there's freezing, there's freeze drying, there's many ways. Fermenting, I'm sure that those are the ones I know. I'm sure there's other ways that you can preserve food. So think of it. You store a cup of frozen vegetables every single day. That's 30 cups of vegetables or fruits in your freezers. So this is why it's called Every Little Bit Counts. And I choose to do this so that at the end of the month of August, I know I'm going to be exhausted just like last year, but I'm going to be super happy because my pantry is not full. And I didn't even start canning tomatoes yet. I have to ask my husband to make new shelves because instead of like always freezing, I am starting to preserve more with canning jars because my freezer space is always so limited, and every year it's like tic-tac-toe and like Tetris and like having so much fun with all those freezers. Why am I doing Every Bit Counts challenge? Well, number one, I started emptying my freezers. And since I'm pressure canning, I found meat from last year. Technically, I'm supposed to do this in the spring or early summer because I don't have a lot of things coming out of the garden. But, you know, I'm still new to all of this, so better late than never. So I started emptying the freezers. I found rhubarb, found meat, and I just made a list of all the ingredients. And then I always have a book ready. My ball book is always ready for recipes. I got also the Amish canning book. And I have some reference sites that I love going, like Healthy Canning, Homestead Family. There's a couple of websites, and I just go like Google like similar ingredients that I have, and then I found a recipe. And then for freezing vegetables and fruits, I just went on Google and I found I find out, do I need to blanch it? Do I need to freeze it as is? Like peppers, you can blanch them and then freeze them, or you can just freeze them as is. That's what I did. Cauliflower, you have to blanch them. Broccoli as well. So my broccoli did terrible this year, so I'm looking to buy bulk 24 heads of cauliflower so I can blanch them and freeze them. And I will also look for 1 box of 12 cauliflower so I can do the same. So yes, I have to purchase those things, but I will be preserving them in the month of August, so it's gonna go towards the challenge. So you don't have to grow your food in your backyard, all of your food, to do this challenge. You can just look for deals, look for local market, organic markets, and just buy in bulk and freeze it, even though if it's 1 cup per day. This year I will not be doing fermenting because no one was really fond of it, and like, I don't want to waste my time. And I had a lot of catastrophe happening last year, and like, I have to find out why. But fermenting for me is out of the question. The only recipes I'll be doing for fermenting is kimchi and maybe cabbage, like for sauerkraut, but the rest I'm not doing it. And so this year I'm using mainly freezing and pressure canning and dehydrating. If I can give you a couple of tips, and like, since this is the second year I'm doing it, I'm halfway through the month of August already, and I did it last year. Last year I put a lot of pressure on myself and I burnt myself out. Like, I was pushing. It's not the point of the challenge. The challenge is just for you to preserve something, even if it's small. Even if it's like half a cup of something, you preserve something. And you're gonna see that, like, half a cup, like I said earlier, will make a huge difference at the end of the month. Also consider the time that you have, the energy that you have, if you have a big garden, if you have access to local grown food, if you have access to bulk items, if you have access, like, be cautious and be careful also of your mental health. This year it's the motto of like the theme of what I'm saying on this channel. Do something that makes you happy, but that does not cost your mental health. Let me know if you're already doing this challenge, if you're thinking about doing this challenge, or now, even if it's the 15th of the month. Let me know if you want to start doing this challenge, and give us ideas. If you want to share ideas, or you want to share what you're preserving, or you want to just simply share some of ideas of preservation, let all of us know in the comments. I'll read you and I'll make sure to comment. I thank you for passing by the homestead today. Have a blessed day. Take care. Bye.